Hello, and welcome to another update on Ethereum. So we're going to take a look at the shorter time frame in a minute, but we want to start with a nice and easy zoomed out view. We're heading into the weekend, and there is some upside pressure in the crypto sector. And so, Ethereum continues to follow, let's say, a bullish structure. A quick reminder, there are a few things that I just need to repeat because we get new viewers every single day. So first of all, we're still bullish on Ethereum. We should still get another high. At the same time, there isn't really a convincing signal that the fifth wave to the upside has started. That might appear maybe over the weekend, maybe over the coming weeks. If we get a break above this yellow line, then it would confirm further that we're indeed already on our way in a fifth wave. That's still the view. This is support. Support was tested already. Do we have to go lower? No. We could also just move sideways for a bit. Yeah. Could we break out directly? For sure, the trend is up. We're still looking for higher prices as long as these parameters are being respected. Yeah. The question is just how deep is the pullback going to be? And I'm tracking on the smaller time frame two possible pathways for a correction. And if we get a direct breakout to the upside, then the correction would already be done, a little shorter than expected, but overall, that would be perfectly in line with the idea that we get another high. Yeah. Then we'll watch for 5 waves up on the smaller time frame to confirm that. We don't have that at this point, but I'll show you how that would look like on the smaller time frame. Few things to mention. I have seen even over the last few days people already who called the top for Ethereum. I mean, everything can happen, but as I said to you, we still have lots of support below. Support doesn't mean target, okay? So someone told me earlier today I had called for Ethereum to go to 3,500. That's not correct. So please, again, listening seems to be a really, really important skill. I mean, all words in these videos are chosen carefully, right? It's all probabilities language. I normally don't say will, and I normally don't make calls. I simply highlight to you what the structure is at the moment with the relevant support levels and what the current trend is like, what the bias is, which is still bullish. And then we go to the smaller time frame and look if we can identify reasonable setups. There have been lots of altcoin setups over the last few days. You know that if you watch the videos, people don't even understand the value of this. But there have been lots of altcoin setups. We talked about them in the videos. We talked about them in our last member live stream. Lots, okay? Lots. Sometimes the chart doesn't show a setup. Like Ethereum hasn't given us at the moment any clear setup on the smaller time frame. No traditional Elliott wave setup, but there have been lots of other ones, okay? But on the macro level here, we're still bullish on Ethereum, right? But there are lots of additional support levels below, like here, 3,374 to 4,060 is our Fibonacci support area. We've got the green trend line still supporting the price. We have the 200-day moving average. That's, I think, the EMA, which is coming up here. Yeah. So lots of support, and until these levels get broken, there is no sign for a major top. Moving averages are pretty rough tools. I mean, they're not there for precision, right? Normally, moving averages are tested at some point, but they are not tools for traders. They're more like high-level trend filters, that's all. They don't tell you, a moving average doesn't tell me the price has to get there now. A moving average is simply, it can act as a trend filter, yeah? What can make sense is to take a look at moving average bands. So, for example, what I'm tracking here is the Ethereum chart. I'm tracking here a series of moving averages, weekly moving averages, for Ethereum, and specifically what I'm tracking is a series of Fibonacci moving averages. So I'm tracking here the 8, the 13, the 21, the 34, and the 55. Very, very common set of Fibonacci moving averages. These are based on Fibonacci numbers and are set to be a bit more precise, or at least reflect more naturally the market rhythm. What I just wanted to show you here is that we're still holding above all of these moving averages. We're still holding above 8, 13, 21. So just to give you an example, the nearest one I can offer is the 8-week EMA at 4,136. Now, if we go back to the daily chart, that's in our current, that's even above 3,374 support, right? So we are still, even with that one, that can offer some additional support. Below that is here the next one, that's the 13-week EMA at 3,800. Yeah. And that's kind of between the 23.6 and the 38.2 retracement. And then the 50% retracement, remember, is at 3,374. And then we've got the 21-week EMA is also a very common one. A lot of people use it at 3,460 at the moment, right? Yeah, that's the 21-week EMA. So maybe we can configure that here on TradingView briefly. I'm talking about the EMA weekly 21. Yep, here. So it's around 3,400. So that's actually, but that's just something interesting to watch. What I had here before was the 200-day, which is very, very similar. So yeah, it's just highlighting, these could be levels to watch, as we maybe go a little lower, if we go lower, because at the moment the market seems to be pushing. So let's take a look at the shorter time frame ETH chart, and we're pushing into resistance. The micro support area I shared earlier today is holding. I mean, what is this? Are we in a breakout? Well, not yet, but we're pushing. So this could all be still part of that triangle pattern. We're still pushing into the resistance area I shared earlier today. And so, yeah, for now, just watching if the market can react here and give us the next leg down, maybe as wave E. Don't see any of that. The next resistances are 4,790 to 4,850, and then the last swing high there at 4,950. For now, all the scenarios remain valid. So one scenario we were tracking here is the triangle, A, B, C, D, E, moving still within parameters of what a triangle can do. However, a break to a new all-time high would invalidate the triangle. But again, also here, bullish, yeah, as a triangle. And the other scenario is the white count, W, X, and then A, B, C in wave Y, then up. So it would maybe lead to a little lower and then up, but there is no sign this C wave has even started. So yeah, for now, the local momentum is up. Next resistances are on the chart. Interesting development here on the shorter time frame. We'll see how that develops over the weekend. The next resistances should be clear. I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates. Here, additional updates, news, charts, all sorts of things. Yeah, lots of additional updates there. Link is in the description and in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching the videos on this YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about joining MCO as a member, now might be a great time. You can use the link in the video description and apply the discount code right below it. You will get 50% off your first month of our gold membership, and you can explore everything we offer. It's the easiest way to test the membership, see if it's a good fit for you, and get a feel for the community, join the conversation, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in our member area.